Hello, this is Daniel Plays. My name is Daniel and welcome to yet another Minecraft video about the best shaders for Minecraft 1.19.1. The first pack of this video is called Oceano Shaders, and you may or may not have heard of this pack before because I did cover it before. This one, and of course you may expect that with a pack that literally has ocean in the name. Your oceans, rivers, whatever you have that has water in it will look beautiful. As you can see, if we look at this little river right here, you can see the water kind of ripples everything that is underwater. It is also still very clear, whereas some other shader packs such as Builder's QOL will make the water very blurry. And something that I also really like is that it gives the water a very blue tint without making it too blue. The next shader pack is called Lux Shaders, and this is an edit of the famous BSL Shaders. This shader pack features a lot of cool features that you want on a shader pack and also runs relatively well on mid-range systems. It's by no means a low-end shader. It has cool effects such as depth of field, shadows, all these kinds of cool things, sun glare, stuff like that, clouds. So it's definitely not a low-end shader, but like I said, it performs relatively well on mid-range systems. The creator of this pack created one of the oldest shader packs I can remember, and it's probably not the oldest because KappaPT has also been around for ages, but this one is called Arcane Shaders, and it was made by Trillaton, and if you've been around in the Minecraft community for a while, you should know that name. This shader adds kind of a purple hue to everything, which kind of looks similar to Mr. Meep shader, and that is also something I mentioned in one of my previous videos. But don't worry, there's many more shaders in this video that you have not seen in previous videos before. This next shader pack is called Silder's Enhanced Default, and even though this is not a video specifically about low-end shaders, this one does qualify as a low-end shader. It is called Enhanced Default. It is a stripped version of the original Silder's Vibrant shaders, but still includes a lot of shader features that you really want even on a low-end shader. It still has wavy grass, wavy leaves. It has shadows and custom sunlight. For some people, this is the most important feature. Reflective and realistic water. The next shader is called Voyager Shaders, and this shader works really well with, huge builds like this, but also in your typical survival world. It features some really cool clouds which actually affect in-game lighting. If there's a cloud in front of the sun, your world will just become pretty dark. And then when the cloud fades away, you'll see the sun start to appear again. In my opinion, this level of realism definitely makes this one of the more unique shaders. And another feature I definitely feel like I need to show you is water. The water just looks stunning with this shader pack. The way it interacts with the sun, but also with other objects, the way it reflects everything is so pretty. And you can kind of see through the water, but it's not 100% clear. And look at how these rays are cast down onto the bottom of this canal right here. If you're enjoying the shaders so far, be sure to check out the links in the description if you want to check any of them out yourself. Also, I'd like to take this moment to ask you to hit a thumbs up on this video, as well as considering to subscribe to the channel, because many of you guys like these videos, and let me know down below in the comments that you enjoy these videos, but forget to subscribe. The next shader pack is called YoFPS Shader, and this one is so good. This is one of the best low-end shaders currently available for Minecraft 1.19.1 and 1.19 as well. In the low-end video I did about 1.19 that you can go watch using the card in the top right corner right now, you can see for yourself that YoFPS was the #1 shader. It came out on top in the low-end competition that I held for that video. Despite being a very simple low-end shader, it includes some features that you probably wouldn't expect to see on a low-end shader like this, which includes waving leaves and waving grass, some very simple but effective clouds, very clear blue sky, very bright lighting, and that's about it. I mean, what would you expect from a low-end shader like this? The next shader pack is KappaPT, and this is not normal Kappa shaders, but Kappa path traced. That means that instead of being rendered the traditional way, all light rays and reflections are rendered using path tracing. What this does is make lighting more realistic by also having light bounce off of surfaces, creating indirect lighting. And another really cool thing that I would like to show you is colored light rays. As you can see, this window has blue glass and the other window has green glass, and if you take a close look at the light that bounces off of the surfaces, such as the cracked stone bricks that you see right there, you can see that that has a blue tint to it, and the other window indirectly reflects green light. Now that's only one of the features of this Path Trace shader pack. If you do want to get it, you'll have to support the creator on Patreon because this pack unfortunately is not free. If you want to give the looks a try, you can try the regular Kappa shaders, which are free, and then if you want the path tracing with that, you'll have to get it over on Patreon. The next shader pack is BSL Shaders, and this is just, you know, good old BSL Shaders. If there's any shader that has gotten popular over the years, then it's BSL Shaders. It has over 1 million downloads, and it is just very well known. It is so well known that there's even a bunch of edits that have gotten popular that were edits based on this shader pack. BSL is just simple, pretty, and feature rich. It has POM and PBR support, which you're probably not going to be using all the time, but it's really cool to have. It has great shadows, it's completely configurable, and it's just realistic, and that's what people want. People want shaders to have a good realistic experience in Minecraft. And speaking of BSL edits, the next shader pack is called Complementary Reimagined, and this is a shader that came out recently, and it's a pack that you've certainly not seen before, at least not on this channel. It's only been out for a week or so at the time I recorded this video, so that means it is very new, brand new. It only works for 1.19, 1.18, and 1.17 if I've gotten that correctly. At least there's no way to check because there isn't even an official CurseForge page for this shader pack yet. The goal of this pack is to just be shader perfection, to just bring all the most popular features that we ever had in shaders, such as features from BSL shaders, but also ones that are in nostalgia shaders, because look at the clouds and look at how much they look like vanilla Minecraft 3D clouds. And what other shader also has that? Well, nostalgia shaders. So it's a combination of all the best features that we've ever seen, and that is why Complementary Reimagined is just taking shaders to a whole nother level and setting a whole new standard. The next pack is called Sunflower Shaders, and it's sunflower with an A. That's what they're called. They're called Sunflower Shaders, and they look really cool. They're a bit different from the shaders you're probably used to seeing. It has fluffy clouds that are kind of pixelated, but because of that, they run really well, also on mid-range systems. It has all features that you would expect to see on a good shader pack like this one, such as bloom, shadows, and even sun flare, as you can see on the screen right now. One thing that always gets to me with this shader pack is the water. It just looks slimy and gooey, and I don't know what the reason for that is. It's still reflective, it still kind of works, but look at how slowly that flows and how slowly the waves move. It just looks a bit off, and I think that if the creator of this shader were to be able to fix this, or at least make it look a little more natural, this shader pack would definitely be up to par with competition. So those were the best shaders currently available for Minecraft 1.19.1. Let me know if you enjoyed these shaders. Let me know your shader suggestions down below in the comments for upcoming videos. And then without any further ado, I will, of course, as always, catch you in the next one. See ya.